I am not pessimistic. I am optimistic that a bunch of crappy things will continue to happen to me. Get out of here. This video has no space for you, pessimist. I feel discriminated. Don't worry. We'll make a video about the importance of sadness. I have a whole grief playlist in mind. Please don't interfere. After the narcissist videos, I felt a need to revive our inner optimist. So here we are. What does this video contain? A bodybuilder, a tiny piece of my childhood, gratitude, humility, and insects in a jar. To immerse you in the atmosphere, I will speak in an Eastern European accent. It's practically the same as speaking a foreign language. My mind is a prison. Maybe this is the pessimist box I am caged in. It should be my friend, but it is most often my enemy. It tells me this is all pointless. Stop doing it. Why do you even bother? Whatever you work towards has been done before. Whatever you will create has been done already. And yet, my eternal optimist breaks through the bars of the mind prison every time, deliberately, and says, it might have been done before, but I will bring an extra something through my contribution. So let me out, or I will climb out myself. She swings out of the prison of my mind on the rope of humor. Oh wait, I don't have a sturdy sense of humor. Oops. Hope the fall wasn't too painful, dear optimist. My eternal optimist became a bodybuilder in prison, obviously. I am strong. I am the inner optimist. Where does my strength come from besides the prison? Happy childhood. A lot of my strength comes from a happy childhood. I have several jars full of rainbow memories, sunshine, and kids' laughter. I go back and open one of those jars whenever I feel sad or overwhelmed. Sorry to rub it in your face. I did win the genetic lottery on this one. I grew up with 2 caring parents and 4 wise, caring grandparents who participated actively in my education and growth. Wait, add to that assorted extended family. My parents and grandparents would tell me, no, sweetheart, I will never let you be independent. I'm joking. The strength of their love and resilience made me independent. And a strong optimist, a bodybuilder, basically. I remember the intricate sun rays weaving through the trees and punching my face at our summer house near the river. I remember wondering, what are the life goals of these hundreds of firebugs rushing somewhere, as if they were under the spell of some dictator busy causing chaos. No reference to the current political situation. History is boring enough to repeat itself. I remember gathering fireflies from a mint bush. Can you smell the mint? Technology doesn't do that yet. As a school kid, I remember random moments like being almost knee-deep in crap. No, that's your mind speaking. I was knee-deep in a carpet of orange and bright red leaves. I remember gathering autumn leaves, admiring the intricate veins and bright colors, being grateful without knowing the name of this feeling. For the bright colors, for the autumn, for the promise of first snow and sleighs, for a blank canvas of white everywhere. Nature hypnotizing, a carpet of feelings, memories. Happens for a moment, lasts you for a lifetime. Oh, okay, I will give the floor to this starved, puny scientist who will explain gratitude without being a poet bodybuilder. Like me, yes? We'll talk biochemistry, no poetry. And I'm not starved, by the way. I eat healthy, that's all. Gratitude. It's not just a feeling. It's brain neurochemistry. Gratitude does change the neural structures in the brain. Two neurotransmitters, dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters. These neural pathways strengthen themselves when we are grateful. How? Whenever I'm grateful, I reinforce the belief, biochemically, mind you, that good things happen to me, or even better, that even though bad things happen to me, I'm ultimately able to come out stronger on the other side. And I'm grateful for the life lessons which made me stronger. When I'm grateful, I become stronger. Cue that crazy bodybuilder optimist. Belief becomes reality, the placebo effect and all that. I'm collecting beautiful moments to be grateful for, like pearls on a string or synapses on neurons. See? I'm a bit of a poet myself, which reinforce my neurocircuits of confidence, optimism, idiocy, learning. These threads in this carpet you see, these are all the feelings I got to experience. I'm grateful for the moments that triggered all these different feelings. I'm grateful for the colorful carpet that is my life. We think happiness brings us gratitude. From a scientific biochemistry perspective, it is actually the opposite. It is gratitude that brings us happiness. To break this down, when we are grateful, dopamine and serotonin are secreted in the brain, which are responsible for the happiness. So gratitude is a natural antidepressant. Besides happiness as a side effect, researchers have established an overwhelming connection between gratitude and good health, good sleep, and so on. An example, patients who kept a gratitude journal reported reduced symptoms of pain. So keep a gratitude jar. It competes with a drug jar. No kidding. And it's only $1.50. A painless, drugless seg into life mathematics now. A short one, I promise. Life plus humility multiplied by gratitude minus hate, this is where I draw the line, equals happiness. On gratitude, I'm an expert. On humility, still work in progress. Let's see what the observer can tell us about it. Humility should not be confused with a lack of self-esteem. Notice the self-confidence is always there, that knight in shining armor. Humility makes us grow. Funnily enough, being more humble than a blade of grass might diminish our height. At least we sometimes imagine it so. Yet in reality, I know it's counterintuitive. Humility makes us grow. When we are humble, we see our gaps. We see what needs work within ourselves, and we get to it. When humble, we see what needs fixing, and we fix it. We see what needs growing, and we grow it. When we are in a rut, gratitude and humility help us climb out. There is the pessimist, chilling on the floor, all innocent looking. What? Are you having an epiphany? Just thinking that life is full of questions, idiots are full of answers. Never mind this one. Humility is about seeing my gaps and doing something about it. Humility is also about seeing other people's gaps and yet saying nothing about it unless they ask. I'm not so good with this last part. even though humility is not my strongest suit, and scientific articles have scars on it. The scientist bailed out. I think humility is the most important of all. It's the ability to stop, or learn how to stop, and then to observe, finding meaning. If we were to filter humility, the main two ingredients would be respect and compassion. It's a blend of respect and compassion towards oneself, others, towards ideas, thoughts, and feelings. We take into account all our inner voices as well. We patiently listen to our inner conservative, optimist, artist, scientist. Humility is the main ingredient that my essence, the inner observer, is made of. I can only observe in humility, without prejudice, with respect and compassion. Contusion caused by the optimist. Happiness comes when we find meaning. We usually find meaning when we flex our humility and gratitude muscles. Look at this scientific diagram. If we have a happy childhood full of memory jars, that's a bonus, or a sturdy crutch to rely on. What's your childhood happiness meter showing? What's your gratitude meter showing? What's your humility meter showing? If low on the last two, install gratitude and humility. Sorry, giving advice comes naturally to me. Gratitude is the opposite of victimization. Humility is the opposite of entitlement.